everybody. Like I mentioned in the last video, I'm packing up today to meet my friend. We're gonna go do some backpacking. Going to a place called American Falls. Never been there before, so looking forward to it. Should be a good time. And yeah, just packing up the truck right now, making sure I have everything that I need. Unfortunately, the video probably won't be as smooth as it usually is. I can't seem to get the gimbal to want to cooperate with me. The second time it's happened, so I'm actually getting pretty annoyed with it. The lock ring for the balance lock gets jammed somehow, and then when it gets jammed, it doesn't want to come apart. I even tried my vice grips on it today, so I'm going to bring it and keep playing with it, see if I can get it fixed. If I can get it fixed, fantastic, we'll have silky smooth videos. If I can't get it fixed, then we won't, and I'll be annoyed. So yeah, anyways, stay tuned. I'm going to go pick my buddy up now, grab some breakfast, and then we're going to hit the trail. Alrighty, well, we are on the way, trying out some new settings in the GoPro. I actually like manually do my white balance and EV comp and stuff like that, so I haven't figured it out 100% yet. Likelihood this will not look too great, but we can fix it in post. But we're going to pick our buddy up north of town and head up towards Priest Lake so we can make it to American Falls. Put a link to his channel down below. I don't know if he's going to be doing a video for this. It's not Steve this time. Played with the gimbal for a little while. He's cannot get it to work, so we'll see what happens. Oh, we're at the trailhead and we're finishing up getting everything ready to go. The last minute pack checks, packing everything, put the packs on here in a minute, and we'll get started. I think we got about a 8.5 to 9 mile hike in. We're going to stop before we hit the falls, set up camp, sit down, have lunch for a little while, and then hike up the rest of the way to the falls, maybe do some swimming. But yeah, so far impressed. It's absolutely beautiful up here. So sounds like there's another car coming, but I think we'll get started here shortly. So we're hiking on the Upper Priest Lake River Trail, which, shocker, follows the Upper Priest Lake River. It's a lot of like old growth cedar forest here, as you can see around me, and it is absolutely gorgeous right now. The more that we get up into the river, or the closer we get along the river, it kind of turns into more of like a rainforest, a coniferous rainforest, kind of like the Hoh on the west side of the state, Washington State. So really looking forward to that. But a lot of Devil's Club and hopefully some huckleberry. There's some bushes, no berries on them, but the farther that we get back in there, hope we run into some berries. And pretty excited. Oh, we've been hiking for close to 3 hours, and we just passed a sign for the upper falls that is approximately a mile away, so probably looking at another 15-20 minutes before we make it there. Haven't seen any good campsites in the last 3 miles.
2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours. And to top it off, there's a nice high mountain summer storm threatening to roll in on top of us. We're getting some really nice sounds of thunder, which I think is a movie, above us. But absolutely beautiful trail. The old growth cedar back here is just, there's trees back here that have to be 15-20 feet around. I mean, it's just really cool. So we'll keep trucking, hopefully find a spot up here. We don't have to walk all the way back. They're probably close to 6 miles back to the last campsite that we saw. Well, we found what we think is going to be a pretty suitable campsite right here. We're going to drop the packs here, hike up the rest of the way, maybe not all the way to the falls, but just hike up here a ways, see if we see anything else that might be a better option for a campsite, and if we don't, we'll just we'll bump back down here and set up. But at least we have a place to kind of fall back to if the storm decides it wants to pick up and actually do something instead of just sit up above us and rumble. Home is ready. AJ's setting up his home, getting in it. Look at this, not a bad place. Rain's coming down. Hey, how are the falls?
Nice.
Excellent. We got set up in like the nick of time because it started raining shortly after. So, taking a quick break to relax and drink some water and see what the rain's gonna do, and eat lunch, PB&J wrap, and then I think we're gonna go check the falls out. We are in between rainstorms and off to the falls. It's chilly. Oh. Woo. Well, the water was cold, obviously, but it wasn't as cold as I was expecting. Not nearly as cold as Lay Lake. This hound couldn't be bothered to even get in it, even when I tried to swim. So apparently it's too cold for her, even though she was swimming in Lake Lake, but it's gonna hang out on this rock for a little while and dry off, and then I think we'll head back to camp. Well, I got the stoves rolling because we're gonna make some hot chocolate. It's been a pretty good evening so far. Solid food, nice fire going, sound of the river in the background, so really looking forward to just kind of winding down. Gonna try to get up and see if the stars come out of that opening there.
It does look like it's starting to clear out a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully it's clearing up some, so hopefully the stars will come out, and maybe we'll even get an opportunity to see the northern lights tonight. This whole week it's supposed to have some solar activity going on, so maybe we'll get that lucky. Maybe I won't wake up. We'll see. I'm not really hold myself to that, but yeah, at that point I'm just gonna drink my hot chocolate and get the food hung up and head to bed. And if I get up, I will bring you guys along, and if not, catch you in the morning. Yeah. Morning, folks. Day 2. Pretty solid night, actually. Started off hot and then got comfortable. So I got my E&E 20-degree bag.
What's that?
Film. No, you're good. So yeah, I think we're packing up, making breakfast, and then getting out of here so we can get back into town before it's too terribly late. Get some stuff done today, so yeah. Breakfast. Alrighty, well, we're making the final turn on the trail to get back to the truck, and we can tell we're getting close to the truck because the mosquitoes are absolutely ferocious. It's about 2.5 hours to hike out, and I have to say, like, 10 out of 10 would do this trail again. It was a phenomenal trip. The weather was absolutely perfect. Couldn't ask for better weather, even with that little storm last night. The falls at the end were well worth it. I'd like to come back when it's warmer. Maybe a little more tolerable to swim in, but the best part of the trip was the trail. The entire trail is covered with huckleberries, and most of them are big, fat, ripe huckleberries, so that made the hike a lot better. Being able to scoop down and grab them while you're walking, great trail snack. But at this point, we're gonna get our stuff loaded up in the truck and get back into town for that post-hike burger.